guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back in my hot seat. I'm calling this the hot seat because I'm sharing so much information on this chair. Anyway guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Iveta Paris and today I am here to share with you my Accutane story. You requested, I'm delivering. So I actually put some points down because it's been a long time. And I just wanted to share, how was it, why I did it, how I did it. I'm very obsessed with, clean skin and less makeup is more, right? There used to be saying that when you get older you will put more, right? Now it's really less, and especially after living in Florida, when the makeup is not so, people do wear makeup, of course they do, but you cannot have ton of makeup in the heat in Florida and feel good about yourself, it is uncomfortable. So yes, my Accutane story actually started in Florida, in Miami. Yes, and I actually wish I did the treatment earlier, but I didn't know it existed. So I'm here to share with you the story, my story of Accutane. Guys, I am not a doctor. This is my journey. This is my experience. I am not telling you to go and do it because it's very strong treatment and it's definitely not for everyone. But I can say I loved it. I did, not the whole time, but now many years after, I'm grateful I did the process. I did it. I will share with you everything about it. I don't know what's going on here. So guys, to start with the first information, how long ago have you been on Accutane? Well, my journey was in 2014. And from 2014 it took me to 2015. I remember I worked at Fendi at the time, and I actually was introduced to Accutane by my friend. One day, it was a guy, one day my dress moved on my back and he looked at my back and he's like, "What's going on with your back?" I started breaking out crazy on my back. I never had that in my life. And I was just like really sad about it. And he's just like, "Why don't you try Accutane?" And I'm just like, "Accu what?" And he's like, "You should call your doctor and talk to them about it." Because I was on it when I was 18. And then other coworker, she told me she was on Accutane when she was in her 30s. And they both loved it. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to my doctor. So first I want to share with you a little bit about my skin, the kind of acne I had. So guys, back in the days, I wasn't so good with my nutrition. I wasn't good with drinking water. I was very high in sugar intake and I was just over drying my skin. Like, I believed the skincare for breakouts, the best was, what was the skincare what I was using? It wasn't Neutrogena. Anyway, it was something with like very exfoliating acids in it. It was so aggressive, so I kept over drying my skin, and my skin just like lost it, and I became at some point, guys, so oily I could produce butter on my face. I'm being a little bit funny right now, but I swear that's how bad it was. So, and because I do have large pores, of course, what happens with such an intensive oil production is it starts clogging your pores, right? So I started having all these completely inflamed, full of these deep pimples, and pimples were coming all the time, everywhere. I used to have such a acne pigmentation on my forehead and all over my face technically, that I was soaking my face in heavy foundations and concealers. Like, I will go to the pool with foundation on because I was so embarrassed how bad my skin was. You have like no idea how embarrassed I was. I luckily never had like one of those acnes, you know, when people have like this very, you know, how to describe it, like misshaped skin, right? Like when it becomes like bulks of inflammation on top of each other. It did happen to me few times, but it will be just like a little bit here, and luckily it will go away with like chemical peels. But the second you don't go for chemical peel, it will come back. So salicylic acid actually was quite good for me at certain time of my life. But as well, you know, who wants to do that all the time, right? Anyway, guys. And at the times, like I said, I wasn't so skilled in skincare, so it's been a long time. So yes, I definitely progressed in the past years, and I wish I knew what I know now when I was 20. I wish. I didn't though, because I grew up in very masculine home. Yeah, so anyway, guys, so yes, my main problem was the incredible oil production. I would like every 20 minutes, I was dipping my face into napkin, removing and removing and removing all day long. All day long, it was crazy, it was disturbing, like I was shining like crazy, not a glow, it was pure oil, and it was just really, really bad. And when my friend noticed, like, you know, on the face you have makeup, but when he noticed it on my back, I was just like, it's time to do something, you know. So I called my dermatologist, I went to her office, and we talked about it for quite time, because, you know, Accutane is a very strong medication. It's not for everyone. She as well has to, you know, I mean, some people say it treats most acne, some people say it doesn't treat most acne, some people say it depends how long are you on it, you know, possibilities, there are many possibilities, all depends on the knowledge of the doctor and their experience, I would say. Yes, guys, I had to stop everything I was using on my face because of this treatment, and that is something you just have to do. If you think, oh no, I have to keep using my serums and things like that, no, you have to kind of, if I remember correctly, I even like sign a document where I like swear my life to the doctor that I will be honest, I will like follow what she say, and just I will do what I promised to do, because she was very strict with it. She was worried. She says she gives it to people, but it's not exactly for everyone. So yeah, that's what I can tell you. I think we all know why it's not for everyone, right? But we will get there. When she gave me the treatment schedule, we both agree on 6 months, and after 6 months, guys, she extended. I don't remember now if it was till 8 or 9 months. And at the point I was just like, why are you doing this to me? And what she said was, sometimes it can come back. If the treatment is not long time enough, the year later, you may have to go back on Accutane, or you don't, your choice. But she even said the acne could get even worse, and she didn't want me to go through the struggle. So, and I think her decision was as well based on me being a good patient, you know, and responding responding positively to the treatment. So in the United States, you have to have, guys, 2 forms of protection. You are not allowed, not in the States, like globally, you are not allowed to get pregnant or breastfeed. There was no option of being pregnant. So you have to, I was on a pill, and I promised to her I would be taking the pill all the time, which I already did, so I was already on a pill. And as well, second form of protection was very important to her, because she really didn't want me to get pregnant. Yeah, I think it damages the baby's brain, you know, or something like that, or the organs or something. It's really bad. So if you go on Accutane, you better be careful with that, guys, because you're not ruining just your life, but you know, like, you have to be adult about this kind of decisions. So as well, what my doctor was requesting from me was blood work each month before I went to refill my prescription. Every month at specific date, as per her schedule, she she will invite me to her office to give me prescription for next month. She didn't give me like the full month together, so every month I had to go there, and she was literally interviewing me how I am doing mentally. And because I have very dark sense of humor, so I will always tell her, don't worry, the people I hated before Accutane, I hate them equally the same now during my Accutane treatment. She thought it was funny, but yeah, I guess, you know, it is not treatment for everyone, so you have to as well kind of understand that. But to me, why this happens, why people get affected mentally. So guys, when you start taking the pills, what happens? Your body oil production shuts down. It just shuts down. It's very fast. It drives you out of oil, of the oil production. It like shuts it down. It's insane. And what happens as well, everything you have in your skin comes out. It just like flies out of your skin. At the point when I had my Accutane, I had like really back issues with the breakouts, but on my face I had here and there like pimples, but I mostly had very deep pores, and the second I will like pick on one pore like to clean it, it will turn into a huge pimple inflamed. Like I was not able to clean my pores with anything, because every time I touched something it will get really bad. So guys, what happened with me, all of the pores with the dirt, let's call it the dirt, right? The oil, the inflammation, whatever, it will dry out, and I will like touch my nose like this, and I swear to you, it was like, it felt like a sand on my face, and it was just like falling out of my face every day, every day, every day. I know some people when they have like really deep acne, it gets really bad the first month or maybe a little bit longer, and that is, in my opinion, what leads them to depression, because acne is, you know, acne is not nice, right? Acne is really playing with our self-esteem, with like how we feel about ourselves, how people look at us affects us, because every time somebody has bad acne, people look at you, people stare, they're just like, oh, you should not eat that, they're judging you, you feel like they're judging you. And I feel like people do judge other people when they have bad acne. I understand how it could be leading to depressions or things like that. So as well, the blood work, guys, is not just to check if you're pregnant, but as well to check on your livers, on your, you know, on your organs function, because I believe there is something with cholesterol issues. So if you already have like bad diet and things like that, you have to kind of think about these kind of things. You may have to adjust how you're eating during these times, because it is a very strong pill and it can affect your organs. And I don't know how it is with different doctors and things like that, but my doctor was incredibly strict about me doing the blood work every single month. I actually hated going to the doctor's office, so I had a lady coming home to our apartment, and she will always take like 5 ampoules of the blood. She always was like, I'd rather take more and have it all than less and missing something. And I hated it so much. Like, you have no idea how much I hate injections, and how much I hate giving blood or even going to doctors. It's just like, it's like mentally hurts me. I don't know, it's weird. So like I mentioned, my pores were instantly clearing, everything was clearing. And as well, I felt, guys, if I'm correct, like, you know, because you have like the inflammation in your skin, like you have like misshaped little bit of the skin. I felt like it got a little bit better, my skin got smoother, and the dark spots I don't know if it was because of that or because it was increasing the heat. I just don't know. Maybe it just increased healing of all the scarring. I felt like my skin was just perfect in that way. So the negative part of my Accutane journey was, guys, because it shuts the production of the oil in the body. I will call it that way because that's how I felt about it. Everything gets dry, incredibly dry, and it's very fast. It's incredibly fast. My skin was so dry, my lips were dry, my nose area was dry, my nose inside, I'm like putting my finger, sorry about that. My nose inside was incredibly dry, around my eyes, like, you have no, my scalp, like, I actually liked the scalp part because my hair wasn't getting so oily, but my hair got very, very fragile. Like, it was incredibly fragile and it was breaking like crazy. My nails were like a paper. I was soaking my what is the name? It's like a Vaseline in States. You buy this big tube of it. Oh my god, Aquaphor? Is it Aquaphor? Yeah, I had like that. And I would take big chunks of it and just put it on my face and I will sleep like that. My pillow, I washed it all the time because I was always sleeping on the side and it will imprint to the pillow. And I will have so many of the little ones with me in each handbag, everywhere in my pockets, and I will all day long just put my body completely into Vaseline. It was crazy how my body was dry. And it's not just that my skin was dry, guys. For me, the worst part, I think that was by month 4 and it lasted for a really long time. My bones, my joints, that was for me, I swear sometimes I felt like in my toes, like I felt like I had arthritis, like my joints were in so much pain, my hips. Sometimes I will wake up in the morning, I could not even get out of the bed, how much pain I had in my hips. Like, it was just crazy. Like, my husband was just like, you should go to doctor, this is not normal, but I kept going. So yeah, but it was incredible for me. That was, I would say, the worst part. Definitely for me the worst part was that, the joints, the bones, how much pain I had. It was just, you know, I didn't mind the dryness of the skin because I was just so happy not to have pores dirty with inflammation and I didn't get one pimple. Once everything cleared out, I didn't get one pimple for such a long time. I was like, I was feeling so good, you know. I didn't even care how much my body hurts because my skin looked so good, like it never looked before. It was clean, it was glowing from the Vaseline, but the Vaseline was like completely soaked in all the time. So it was just so good. I was just like happy as never. So as well, very important part, when you are on Accutane, you cannot be on the sun, guys. I was so pale when I was on Accutane, and because I had such a long treatment, living in Miami out of sun for such a long time, and at the time I dyed my hair actually black. I did. I was like a vampire. I actually had the friend who told me to go on Accutane. He would call me Morticia. He was like, why don't you go on sun? I'm just like, because I'm on Accutane. So it's been really many years since I've been on Accutane. My hair is back to normal. You know, the oil production is now, I would say, normal. Yes. I mean, it was really long treatment and I didn't want to be on it, but I didn't want to do it twice. I was just like, okay, I listened to my doctor, I'm gonna do much longer treatment than I would like and do it just once. So because she said by percentage of successful stories is when people do it longer time period, it's better, but not everybody can handle it. So yeah, as well, it was a quite expensive treatment for me, guys, because of the blood work. Yes, I really don't know if that is something required by the state, by the country, or if it was just my doctor, but she wanted me to do blood work every single month. And like I said, not just for the pregnancy, but liver and kidneys, and she just want to know everything. is working, like my cholesterol checking. I was also eating quite healthier in the times. I still wasn't drinking enough water, but at the time I started eating like better foods and cutting off sweets and things like that. So yeah, at the time I was just eating much healthier, which was good, I guess, to keep my organs, you know, in a better shape during this very difficult treatment, which to me, I don't like to take pills. I feel like pills are always kind of toxic for, you know, our organs. So I balanced it with eating a little bit healthier, and as well, it's not good to drink alcohol during the time and doing things like that. So if you are not ready to adjust your life to fully support this treatment, then don't do it, because you can harm yourself more than do good to yourself. But I can tell you, for me, guys, after a few months of the treatment, I was just so happy because my skin was so good looking. Like I told you, like the pigmentation was getting better, everything was getting better. It was just so incredible. One thing, we actually went to Mexico. Guys, to be on the sun in Mexico, I was, by the way, hiding all the time and soaking myself in SPF, but to be on the sun, my skin was extremely delicate and did not like the sun. So maybe better to do it during winter time, fall, winter, skip the summertime. Just good thing to share out there if you decide to go for Accutane. I'm not saying you should go for it, but I'm just sharing my story. And if you are considering to go on Accutane, it's a good thing to think about, because the sun was really painful on my skin because it was so fragile and delicate and dry, you know. It just didn't do well with the sun. Overall, I think it was a fantastic decision for me to do. Now it's many years later, my skin is getting oily in a normal way, and I'm so happy, guys. If I had picture of my skin, which I will not be able to have because I was soaking my face in foundation. It's like I will have so much of foundation on my face, so nobody can see the acne. I was young, I didn't know any better. So yeah, I wish I could show you, but I don't have it. So overall, I think my journey was very positive. It was really good experience, and I mean, I actually even here a few months ago talked to my friend about Accutane, but she said absolutely no because of her mental health. So I know some people really cannot handle it, and it is something you need to be honest with your doctor about. After Accutane, you may have absolutely perfect skin for a really long time, but after a while you will get pimples here and there again. But as per my experience, it did not get as bad as it was before. Like, it's been a long time, guys, now, and it never went back to that. So I think the longer treatment was good for me. I didn't like it because of the joints, but my doctor felt confident by giving me the longer treatment because of my overall health, which was okay. Even my joints, you know, hurt. Yeah. Anyway, guys, time to go. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, and I see you next week, right? Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.